Federal High Court in Yenagoa, the Bayelsa State capital, has declared the former president of Nigeria, Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, eligible to contest the presidential primaries of the All Progressive Congress, which comes up this weekend. A suit has been filed challenging the eligibility of Dr. Ebele Jonathan for the exercise. The party had before now granted him a waiver to contest. The former president had handed over the current president, Muhammadu Buhari, after the 2015 general election.
In the meantime, a presidential aspirant on the platform of the All Progressives Congress and former governor of Rivers State, Chibike Rotimi Amaechi, has lost his legal battle, seeking to stop his probe in alleged 96 billion naira fraud and alleged fraudulent sales of valued assets belonging to Rivers State. The Supreme Court, in a judgment just delivered, ordered Amaechi to go and face the Commission of Inquiry set up by the Rivers State government to investigate his 8-year tenure as governor of the state. The Apex Court dismissed Amaechi's appeal, where he had asked for order of the court to prohibit his successor, Governor Nyesom Wike, from investigating his 8-year tenure as executive governor of the state. Justice Adamu Jaru, who read the lead judgment in the Amaechi suit, held that it lacked merit, ought to be dismissed, and was subsequently dismissed. Joining us now to shed some light on these breaking stories is Tobi Soniyi, a lawyer and Arise News Channel's Deputy Director of News. Thank you so much for joining us on Newsday. Well, first of all, let's start with Jonathan's eligibility to run ruling. Is this an affirmation that the former president is seeking re-election on the platform of the APC? And is this ruling likely to be challenged at the appeal court?
Yeah, thank you. The ruling obviously can be challenged at the Court of Appeal. It may even get as far as the Supreme Court. So we may not have had the last on Dr. Goodluck Jonathan's qualification to run for the office of president. Yeah.
So does this mean the path is clear for the former president to run under the auspices of the All Progressive Congress?
Well, there are legal issues, there are political issues. Going by the judgment of the court, yes, the road is clear for the former president to seek re-election as a president. But going by the politics of it, nobody can say yes. This would depend on what the APC does. For instance, whether he's going to be on the primary ballot, and whether the party machineries and the authorities are willing to adopt him. So the political terrain is much messier, but the legal terrain is quite straightforward. Now, legally speaking, he can go ahead and run. That legal inhibition has been removed, but political inhibitions, that I cannot say for now. Even Jonathan himself may not be too sure of the political terrain.
But is this good for a democracy where we have to bring past leaders out of retirement, to run for president again? What does this say about the kind of politicians, the crop of politicians that we presently have?
Well, to answer that question, the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria allowed Dr. Goodluck Jonathan to run for the office of the president, whether you are a past leader, just like our present president was former military head of state. Former President Olusegun Obasanjo was former military head of state. As long as the Constitution allowed them to run, we don't have any problem with that. And I don't want to talk about the morality thing. Once the law says you can do this thing, Dr. Goodluck Jonathan is within his right under the law to run. So therefore, for me, it's neither here nor there. Unless, let us remove being sentimental. The fact that he has been president before, as long as the law says he can run again, well, we have to allow him to enjoy his fundamental right as provided by the Constitution.
All right, help us make probably legal sense of the implication of the Supreme Court's judgment that has been delivered that has ordered presidential aspirant Rotimi Amaechi to face the Commission of Inquiry in Rivers State.
Yeah, I think the judgment should be a welcome development. You know, in every democracy there should be accountability. Even those who are probing him today will soon be subject to the same law. So therefore, the Supreme Court has strengthened democracy by asking him to go back. I mean, if you rule a state for 8 years, I mean, even without you being called upon, it behoves on you to render account of your stewardship for that 8 years. To begin to run away, to use the courts to, I mean, shield yourself from before the commission, it doesn't sound good at all. So for me, I think Rotimi Amaechi ought to have appeared before the commission of inquiry and state his own, provide his own case. And who knows, if he has nothing to hide, there is no point running to Federal High Court, to Court of Appeal, to Supreme Court, just to say, I don't want to appear. So there is nothing wrong. You are a governor of the state. The people of the state have a right to ask you to account for your stewardship. So for me, the judgment is a signal to everybody who is governor today that after your tenure, or even president, you can be called upon to come and render account. And you know, rendering account is not something that appears not to sit well with us in this country. So the earlier we learn to, right from the day you were sworn in as a governor, you should know that one day I'm going to render account. So you begin to prepare yourself. So I think the judgment is good. It should send a clear signal to other governors who are still in power today.
Now, with the end of his tenure looming and his own presidential ambition in the mix, do you think the Rivers State government will be able to see this probe through to its logical conclusion before leaving office?
Well, I don't want to go into speculation, but if he appears, government is in continuity. It's a continuity, as they say. If Governor Wike leaves, somebody else is going to become governor. This Rivers State panel of inquiry will outlive Governor Wike. So if the next person comes on board, I believe that the probe will continue to run its course unless the incoming governor scraps the commission, which I'm not sure is likely. So like I said, even Wike himself, the panel of inquiry is a booby trap, even for him. Once he dropped the toga of governor, he can also still be asked to render account under the same panel of inquiry that he set up for Amaechi. So I think the panel should outlive Governor Wike himself. So there is still, most likely, the probe will continue after Governor Wike has left office.
All right, I want to say many thanks for your time here on Newsday to help us straighten legal matters concerning the former president and also the presidential aspirant.